Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another video for you guys. This video is all about motivation, and I just want to dive straight on into it. Let's talk about motivation, because motivation is something that is talked about so much, and everybody wants motivation. Everybody wants to be more motivated in their day-to-day lives, more motivated to build their businesses, more motivated to go after their dreams, more motivation to build their dream body, more motivation in all areas. They always say and think that, if we can just simply be more motivated, then we can do more of the things that need to be done. And if we can do more of the things that need to be done, then we can have more of the things that we want to have. But I need you guys to understand, motivation is just an emotion. Okay, motivation can literally change within seconds or minutes. So if you are solely relying on just, someone motivating you or listening to something motivational to get your whole life together, then I hate to break it to you, but you're not going to get that far, because motivation, as fast as it comes, is as fast as it goes. You guys can listen to my video, you guys can listen to, any video out there and be so motivated and inspired in that second, that day, to go after and achieve all of your dreams, achieve that dream body, to stop being lazy. You all know that feeling after hearing a really amazing speech or attending a really amazing event or hearing someone that we were so inspired by, and in that moment we are invincible. We think, now I can go after it all, now it's time. And we wake up the next day and we're not so motivated anymore. Or we wake up a few days later and our boyfriend or girlfriend upset us. Or, a week down the line, life starts lifing and things start being thrown at us. And boom, that motivation is immediately gone, because motivation just comes and it goes. But if you know exactly where it is that you want to go, it's very easy to stay determined. It's very easy to stay consistent. It's very easy to do the things that need to be done every single day when you know exactly where you're going. Once you guys really understand where you're actually trying to go, you should naturally be motivated by that thought in itself, by that vision in itself. Like, if you genuinely, and this is why I am constantly painting visions for myself. I paint visions of exactly, where my life will be in a year from now. From the car that I drive, to the house that I'm gonna live in, to the amount of traveling I'm gonna do, to what my life will look like on a daily basis when I wake up in the morning. So you need to be able to visualize exactly where it is that you're going. This dream life of yours that you're trying to accomplish, right? That you're trying to create. What does it look like? Visualize everything to a T. What do you do on a day-to-day basis? How much traveling do you do? What have you been able to do for your family? What kind of lifestyle do you live? What kind of situations are you no longer going to have to be into? What are those jobs that you absolutely hate right now that you're no longer gonna have to work? Your vision is your motivation. And the people that lack that motivation to wake up out of bed every single day, do the things that they need to do, go after their dreams, go after achieving that dream body, go after creating that business, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is you're trying to achieve or create, the people that are just waking up not motivated are the people that lack vision for themselves, lack vision for where they're going. It's not that podcast they listen to, their YouTube video that they listen to, or that event that they attended. Yeah, these things help, but you cannot be relying solely on these external things for your motivation forever, because like I said, that motivation is just an emotion. It's gonna come, it's gonna go. You and that vision of yours are the one thing that's gonna actually make you go every single day, actually make you show up every single day. My vision excited me so much for where I saw myself in a year from now and 5 years from now, and I could just, it was that excitement that fueled me to go and to show up all the time. You need to get more involved with the visualization and that actual emotional pull. So I want to give you guys some keys to really develop a winner's mindset. That right mindset is what's going to fuel that motivation inside you all the time, and to not only fuel it, but to keep it going. So the first thing, people that are really successful, one thing about them is they are obsessed. If you look at, some of the biggest athletes in the world, right? Basketball players, hockey players, they are obsessed with winning. They are obsessed with winning those championships. They are obsessed with being known as the number one greatest athlete in the world. They're obsessed with their talent. They're obsessed with their brand, with their image. I am obsessed with my business in so many reasons, in so many ways. I'm only obsessed with, what I'm able to do on a daily basis and, the things that I get to do in my business every single day. But I'm so obsessed with the life that it gives me. My whole life has to be built around how can I become better? Which leads me to the second thing, which is getting better. Focusing on becoming 1% better every single day. When you are very obsessed with what it is that you're doing, then you are going to genuinely crave becoming better every single day, because obviously you becoming better every single day is what's allowing you to become better at what it is that you're doing or what it is you're trying to achieve or help you get closer to your goals and dreams. You want to focus on how can I become 1% better every single day? Because if you're becoming 1% better every single day, that's 365% better every single year. The journey of self-improvement isn't just something that you do. It's like a diet where there's no end point to it. It's a lifestyle. You need to make sure, did I become a 1% better than the person that I was when I woke up today? Look at your diet. I always talk about your diet. Your diet is, what you're consuming, what you're listening to, what you're reading, the community you're around, the people you're surrounding yourself with, your environment. Like, this is overall your diet. And if it's always the right one, if you're always feeding yourself the right diet every single day, then you will just always naturally be motivated. The biggest issue that I see is people they don't do any self-development, or they're not feeding themselves the right diet steadily on a daily basis. So, when they go a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks and they get so demotivated, it's like their way of motivating themselves is going out there and listening to that mindset podcast. Whereas if you just genuinely did a little bit of this every single day, do you guys see how that motivation is far less likely to go down? Not only far less likely to go down, but you're far less likely to get so deep into that hole, because we all know that hole. When you're demotivated, you just keep going deeper and deeper. And the farther you're in that hole, the farther it is to climb back out of it. And obviously, you're never going to be 100% motivated every single day, right? We're human. But the best way to be the best that you can and stay as very close to that motivation as possible is by, like I said, constantly feeding yourself the right diet every single day. Do you guys not think that when you're listening to that right mindset stuff every single morning, when you're doing that journaling, that little bit of journaling every single day, when you're surrounded by those right people every single day, that motivation is just naturally in the air every single day? It's because you're doing all these little things in your diet every single day. You are motivated when you're in momentum, but you become very demotivated when you're not in momentum, when you're slowing down, when you haven't been consistent. So if that's what's gonna demotivate you, doesn't it make sense to just do your best to stay in routine, to stay consistent, so that you just genuinely stay somewhat motivated? It's like the gym. Like, when I am going to the gym every single day for 2-3 weeks straight, it becomes so my motivation is high. I'm feeling my best, I'm looking my best, I'm feeling strong. I that discipline makes me feel really motivated as well, because I'm like, damn, I've been really going to the gym every single day. I feel good. I'm in that natural motivated state. Whereas when I've had my times where I slack going to the gym for a day to 3 days to 5 days, I've had times where I didn't go to the gym for a week. Do you know how demotivated I get? And back to that hole, it's so much harder to climb out of that hole because I'm so deep into it. So instead, to stop yourself from going down into that demotivated hole, just stay consistent, stay routine every single day. And that momentum in itself is going to keep you motivated. And this is important because your current situation right now, the way you look, the way you feel, the relationships you're in, the income that you have, the job that you're working, the money in your bank account, the success or lack of success that you have, all of these things are just lagging results of past habits, traits, behaviors, attitudes, actions. That's it. Results do not come right away. Where you are right now, that is from all the past decisions you've been making in all these things the past 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. So if you look at your life right now and you don't like where you are, wanna hear something harsh? You chose to be there. You chose to be there by these habits, actions, traits, etc., that you did every single day. It's actually the beautiful thing about life. No matter where you are to blame yourself for it. In 10 years from now, if you hate your life, it's your fault. And in 10 years, if you love your life, it's also your fault. So instead of blaming and complaining, realize at the end of the day, it's literally just you. It's literally you versus you. And it's you versus you every single day. I heard this once and it was just like so eye-opening for me. It was every action is a vote for the person that you're becoming, whether you realize that you're doing it or not. So you have to ask yourself, how are you voting? Are you voting for the person that you want to become every single day? Or are you not realizing voting for the person that you don't want to become? There's not too much to talk about when it comes to really just maintaining motivation. It's just, like I said, a couple of these pointers is understanding. Number one, motivation, before we dive into anything, is just an emotion. It's going to come and it's going to go. So you need to understand and realize, how can I get this under my own control on a daily basis so I can just be motivated all the time? Well, obviously not all the time, because like I said, we're human, but be motivated majority of the time. Like I said, being crazy obsessed, and you become crazy obsessed when you're genuinely visualizing, right? This is why I'm such a firm believer in the visualization of, what it is that I'm going after. I journal, I have vision boards, I write my stuff around me that I want to achieve, because the more you visualize and the more you really paint that vision for yourself, you're going to be excited on a daily basis to get up. You're going to be naturally motivated. If you're not excited right now, if you're not jumping to go after and work whatever it is that you're doing to achieve the things that you want to achieve, because your vision is just not strong enough. So having that strong vision leads you to being obsessed. Leads to number two, when you have that strong vision, when you're obsessed, you're going to want to become 1% better every single day. You're going to want to get better on a daily basis. Number three, which is showing up daily. Because when you're following the routines, you're developing the good habits, you're in momentum, you're naturally going to feel way more motivated every single day, versus days and weeks that you let turn into so long where you're just slacking off. Yeah, it's common sense you're gonna be demotivated because you let yourself slack off. You've taught yourself that you don't have any self-discipline. You no longer believe in yourself. Like, just all the negative things are gonna come. So instead, just focus on showing up every single day. That, you guys, wraps up today's video. I hope you guys got a little bit of value, really understand what it is that I'm saying, and start implementing these things on a daily basis into your lives. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, also like this video. Also, if you have any video recommendations for me, drop them down below. Don't forget to follow me as well on Instagram. I'm active on there every single day. So if you want daily, motivation and value and hearing from me, you'll get that on my Instagram every single day. But if you also want to connect, ask me any questions, become friends with me, all the good things, then follow me on Instagram. I'll link it down below. I'll see you guys in my next video.